going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, PA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Jalen Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And here's Cunningham outside.
Well, because of his length, quickness, athleticism, this guy is able to smother shots. Excellent defense.
Anunoby passes to Bridges. Out to the right wing. Towns finds Bridges. 5 on the clock. And there's Towns on the assist from Bridges.
I'll tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
And finished off by Stewart.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Robinson. Robinson on the wing. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Here's Cunningham driving in. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Hart. Towns, left side, and it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
It's good. Towns has got 5 now.
I'll tell you this, nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
Robinson with the block. And he lobs it up top. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a 2-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
BA, I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
Stolen by Ivy. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Karl-Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all of this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Brian?
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Bridges. Pass to Robinson. Thompson with a steal.
In the first 2 minutes.
And here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Got to show more strength on the low block to keep him out of position.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
And the basket by Bridges.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Bridges against Ivy. Now here's Bridges. Guarded closely. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Bridges has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Here's Thompson. The Knicks with the rebound. Hard up top. Ivy defends. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Bridges.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Cunningham against Towns. Here's the three. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Back to Stewart. Tries again. Good work defensively by Robinson.
Most defenses want you to protect the paint first. Great job there.
New York shooting their first free throw tonight.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Here's Robinson, and he makes it. Robinson's got his second basket.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. New York out in front. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for New York.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Stewart. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Bridges kicks it out Towns. Quarter number 2, with just over a minute of play. Robinson finds Bridges. Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Bridges. Duran with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. Ivy against Bridges. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, elite speed. Ivy will be one of the fastest young players in this league.
From the baseline. Duran with the rebound.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Oh!
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now here's Anunoby. He's scoreless. 2 points. That one goes.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Stolen by Bridges. Down low. Towns drops the hammer.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drive.
Towns outside. Robinson on the wing. Back to Towns. Thompson with a steal. Stolen by Anunoby. Towns passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority. He does there.
Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives for us.
B.A., he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
Now here's Bridges. He has 6. 6 to shoot. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Duran. Towns getting it done under the hoop.
This is where you have to keep feeding Karl Anthony Towns. He's in incredible rhythm. He's already got huge numbers. Keep feeding the big man.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
Three-pointer, Bridges. The rebound by Stewart. The Pistons have gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Ivy against Hart. Ivy passes to Stewart. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Anunoby on the wing. New York working the ball around now. Robinson, a screen on Cunningham. Right side, Robinson. Buries it down low. Robinson's got 8 points.
Boy, Mikel just adding value to your team when he's keeping his head on a swivel like that.
And Cunningham throws it down.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Duran. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front. They lead by a bucket. Well, now a minute to check in with Ali. Thank you, Ali. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. They've got Duncan Robinson, Tobias Harris out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. Pass to Reed for the tie, and the shot is good. Harris making the play. It's all knotted up. Grant, you were a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Robinson gets the bucket.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
From 13. Yabusele, left side. Off with the layup. The Pistons lead by 3. Harris passes to Reed. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grid, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And it's Brunson missing. The Pistons on offense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Harris. The Knicks with the rebound. Here's Akporti. No points yet. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Clarkson against Robinson. Inside. Here's Reed. And he goes in for the dunk.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's Brunson. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Robinson against Clarkson. Picked by Reed. For 3, Robinson knocks down the triple. And it's a 10-point Pistons lead.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch. Come on now, that's easy money.
Pass to Reed. Here's Robinson. And a big Finished by Robinson.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here.
Hanging up there like that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare, free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
And he gets it to go. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Brunson. Pass to Dadier. Now here's Yabusele. Clarkson passes to Brunson. Here's Dadier. Fires from deep. Levert with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Robinson. And it's New York with a rebound. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Clarkson. Here's Akporti. No made baskets yet. Over Jones. It's hauled in by Robinson. Jones feels it out. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in command with a 13-point lead at the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Then it's Gershon Yabusele, and it's Akporti in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
To the inside, Stewart. Thompson finds Stewart. Duran with a screen on Towns. Over to the left wing. Cunningham has the open look. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Pistons lead by 18.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks.
New York ball.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Towns. Duran with a steal. Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham with the ball. Lets it fly. Can't get it to go. He's 7 for 12. Knicks trail by 18. Anunoby on the wing. Bridges outside. Back to Anunoby. Ivy against Bridges. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot here. And again, the Knicks missing.
Well, it's a make or miss lead. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot. The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
For 3, Bridges. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Thompson. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Robinson, a screen on Thompson, and Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Cunningham looking around. Hart pulls it in. The Knicks have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. And here's Ivy from the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Towns. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. The Pistons lead by 22. To the paint. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Here's Bridges. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Pistons lead.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Cunningham against Bridges. Robinson with the block.
Now, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pistons.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Cade Cunningham.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Robinson against Ivy. Robinson passes to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Duren with a rebound. And it's Detroit with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Thompson against Anunoby. Tries to keep it alive. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And here's Cunningham. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was.
still of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Green in at the 3 spot.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
The shot's good from Brunson.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Here is Miller. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Bridges against Miller. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And he uses the glass on the layup. Miller's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
And he nails the third. In a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their 2 best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Now, here's ball. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Miller against Bridges. To the middle. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's ball. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
The shot's good from Brunson.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Anunoby against Ball. Driving inside. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
It's good to see Ball not settling for a jump shot. He's at his best when he's attacking the rim.
Picked by Bridges. Brunson outside. Over Green. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. 6-point lead. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, staying humble. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Ball. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on it.
Brunson with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Brunson, no good.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball feeling it out a bit. They kick it out to Green. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Brunson right side. And no good on the last second attempt this time. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. What didn't he do in that quarter? And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Now here's Brunson. 10 points for him. Anunoby is screen on Green. Brunson finds Anunoby. Brunson against Ball. Brunson off the dribble, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Pass the ball. Driving the lane, and Ball slams it in.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Brunson, no good. Hornets leading by 13. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
Green against Towns. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Boy, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdowns.
Brunson with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Brunson on the move.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
29-16.
Ball against Anunoby. And Ball gets double teamed. Green against Towns. And Green slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Charlotte leading by 15. It's Miller on the wing. With the drive. And it's Miller with the jam.
And using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big-time move by Miller.
Brunson goes in. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
33-18.
Here's Ball. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Here's Bridges.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Knicks trail by 15. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor. Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
And Brunson, here we go. Anunoby has the open look. And a miss there on the triple.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Down low. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for New York. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-6 run. Shoots from the corner. Anunoby can't get that one to fall.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Charlotte. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Clarkson is out there with Hart. Then there's Gershon Yabusele. And it's Okporti in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Guys, back over to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Knebel setting the pick for Dinwiddie. Inside, here's Diabate.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Count it, good. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Right side, Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And how about the leaping ability there on the slam? Love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
Pass to Yabusele. It's deflected, and they recover it. Clarkson on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. Dadier, he gets it in there. Dadier's got his first points of the game.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Sexton's shot is good.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Here's the floater. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second basket. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Hart with it. Guarded now by Sexton.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Clarkson against Dinwiddie. Williams a screen on Clarkson. Dinwiddie passes to Williams. Banked in off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 19.
For Williams, those inside points are critical. I mean, I think he's most effective when he's getting points everywhere.
And it's hard penetration. Clark, he just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow. Woo.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
Hornets leading by 19. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Williams has a screen for Sexton. Pass to Williams. Here's Knippel. Williams has a screen for Knippel. No good on the triple. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Huckporty. Still without a basket. There's the pick. Here he goes. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Charlotte leading by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Green in at the small forward. Bridges misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Hornets lead 53-38.
Now Ball. He takes it in, and Ball gets double-teamed. Bridges, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight. Brunson outside. Stolen by Ball. There's the triple and the rejection by Towns. Green the pass to Ball. 4 on the shot clock. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 18. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Yep, that one goes in there.
And given the height advantage, it's no surprise he was able to score.
56.
High arcing shot. Ball with the bucket.
This kid is so skilled. What a touch from Melo.
Brunson against Green.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Ball. One-handed.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Brunson. Oh, the floater is good.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
60-44.
Miller against Bridges. Bridges a screen on Bridges. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Bridges against Miller. Bridges a screen on Bridges. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes.
Oh, and wide open, nails the J.
Miller.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. That's a real brain fade right there, a mental error, and it cost them a possession.
Hornets leading by 18. Now here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
Boy, his vision was impeccable, right on point tonight, picking apart the defense and racking up a bunch of assists.
Tries the spin move. Towns kicks to Robinson. On the wing, Bridges. 5 on the clock. No good that time. And so here's Charlotte. Outside, Ball. On the wing, Miller. It's rebounded by Brunson. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Green in at the 3. Now here's Miller. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Cunningham outside. And he converts the layup. Cunningham's got 5 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Outside for Green. Pass to Miller. Ball against Ivy. And Ball throws it down.
LaMelo on the attack. He can do damage from anywhere, but they love to see him get to the rim.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Here's Miller, following the score by Detroit. Takes the 3. Duren with the rebound. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Plumlee against Ivy. Oh, a special move before that shot.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And Ball throws it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And so it's Detroit with it, following the bucket by the Hornets. And here's Ivy from the arc. The rebound by Bridges. Hornets trail by 3. With the step back. Ball against Stewart, and Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 6.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Stewart, screen on Miller. It's Cunningham with a drive, and Cunningham throws it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Ivy. Shot clock at 6. Count the basket. Ivy's gotten his second bucket.
A nice use of the floater. Ivy able to arc it up and over.
Thompson against Ball, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game. Yep, that one goes.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
Here's Ball. Outside, Green. Pass to Miller. To the inside. Duren with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Ivy, left side. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Ivy's got 6.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's his first trip to the line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. The Hornets making a switch here. And so he hits both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Three-pointer, Bridges. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Green, and it's Diabate in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Miller. Bridges outside. Just 5 on the clock. Drains the triple.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And it's Ivy penetrating. It's good. Ivy's got 8.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed, a great burst on his drives.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Here's Miller, outside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Thompson finds Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Miller, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Cunningham against Miller. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Miller outside. They grab their own miss. The shot misses. Detroit leading by 10. Here's Thompson, and the layup is good off the glass.
He's making it look easy. Thompson with great body control off the contact.
Thompson against Ball. Pass to Green. And there's a pick. Here's Diabate. Shoots over Duran, and the bucket is good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Cunningham against Miller. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Duran with a screen on Miller. To the middle. And the dunk by Duran.
Well, that is a solid screen by Duran. And then the big man rolls right into scoring position.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
There's the steal. Here's Diabate, and that one is stuffed right through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Ivy. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Here's Miller. Rebound Detroit. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Cunningham. Ivy against Green. Now here's Ivy. Tight defense on him. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Well, a bigger guard at 6'4", and Ivy has serious hops. Those two things help him inside. Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Stewart, a screen on Miller. Here's Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Detroit going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be right back after this word. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Karis LeVert is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Paul Reed. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Jones in at small forward. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Now here's Reed. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Knipple with the rebound. And Williams has got the ball here for Charlotte. Trailing by 10. And stand the Pistons, J.B.
Whoa! Sweet move. There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Dinwiddie against LeVert. Picked by Reed. LeVert, that's good. LeVert's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. The 3, here's Harris. Sends it home from three-point land. Harris has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back over to you guys.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
Jones from outside. Knipple with the rebound. Hornets trail by 9. To the left wing. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Dinwiddie against LeVert.
And on defense, LeVert is so crafty, using his agility and quickness to keep the other man off balance.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Robinson. Picked by Reed. There's the 3. Robinson can't hit. The Hornets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Williams up top. Here's Knipple. Still no points. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Gets caught showboating there. But hey, he had room. Just don't get many chances to add some style. Sometimes you got to go for it.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
LeVert goes against Dinwiddie. Nice move. LeVert attacking.
And LeVert is a tremendous athlete. Once he gets into the lane, he's terrific at finding ways to finish.
Stand whether he's coming off the bench or starting. Karis LeVert has become a guy teams rely on.
Yeah, Brian, coaches love that about him. He can produce for you whenever you need him to. That readiness is a valuable trait in this league.
And it's Robinson penetrating. And a big finish by Robinson.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Pass to Sexton. Plumlee, a screen on Robinson. The three from Sexton. Drops in the three. Sexton's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, look, if you're guarding Sexton in pick and roll action, you have to stop the ball first.
LeVert goes in. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
34 seconds left in the third. Williams against Harris. Over Williams. And again, it's Detroit converting.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all three levels.
Dinwiddie against LeVert. Dinwiddie outside. Outside. Williams. Offline with a three. And here's Harris outside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end, building this lead up in large. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Grant Williams out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Knipple. And it's Sexton in at the two. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Picked by Reed. Here's LeVert. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
When you have Dinwiddie as a teammate, you have to be ready. Spencer is a tremendous distributor.
Dinwiddie against LeVert. Yep, that one goes. And the Pistons lead by 12.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Knipple. Takes a three. The three is in.
Yeah, consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knipple. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Charlotte. Duran with a screen on ball. Cunningham steps on the gas.
Yeah, the way that Cunningham knifes his way inside off the dribble, it's hard not to foul him on the move.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Ball left side. Now Green, 5 to shoot. Miller outside. Can't hit it. Detroit leading by 8. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Now Cunningham. Now Thompson. Stewart outside. Fires the three. That's off.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Miller on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Bridges, a screen on Ivy. Outside Bridges. Let's loose the three. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Ivy outside for three. Cash from downtown.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Ball surveys the floor. Here's Miller. Drives to the hoop. Another shot. Oh, he misses the layup.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create. Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Pistons.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, BA, you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Cade Cunningham.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be
go.
And it's the Pistons to start out. So the New York starting five. Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at point guard. Now here's Ivy. Lock at 6. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team.
Duran the pass to Ivy. Duran with the screen on Hart. Ivy against Hart. Pass to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Now here's Hart. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. He was all alone on that one.
And you see that motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Bridges kicks to Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I briefly spoke with JV Bickerstaff. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Cunningham. The Knicks making the shot. Here's the teardrop. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Outside, Towns. That shot misses. The Pistons have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The shot by Ivy, no good. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Robinson high post. It's up against Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. For 3, Bridges. Rebound by the Pistons.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
Ivy with the bucket.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns in the corner. A second chance effort. In deep, Robinson drops it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Cunningham outside. And stolen by Anunoby. And stolen by Ivy. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Duran pulls it in. Detroit leading by 8. Takes it inside, and Duran slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Now, here's Cunningham. 7 points in the game. Duran with the screen on Anunoby. Cunningham for three. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
The basket's coming early. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job scoring in transition.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Anunoby in at the three, the small forward. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely.
Oh, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. Robinson dishes to Bridges. 5 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Towns, a screen on Thompson. Bridges with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Towns throws it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Kevin, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Now Duran, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Now, here's Anunoby. He can't get it to go. To the middle. Here's Curry. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one is on Towns. Jalen Duran is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub. Forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Pistons leading by 4. Duran with the screen on Anunoby. Good on the shot. Cunningham's got 9 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And stolen by Thompson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Hart the pass to Anunoby. Back to Hart. Thompson sets a screen for Hart. Outside for Robinson. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Bridges with the board.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Now, here's Thompson. Pass to Ivy. Thompson, a screen on Hart. Launches from deep. The shot by Ivy, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
And Towns is solid at getting strong position on the glass. Terrific work.
Here's Cunningham. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Pistons on top, leading by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by Jaden Ivey.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Jones is out there with Harris. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Reed in at the center. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Now here is Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And that's the kind of play that fires up your team. Harris with the sprint to finish through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Brunson with it. LeVert defending. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Brunson missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's LeVert. And it's good. 2 points. And it's a 9-point Piston lead.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Pass to Hakordi. Here's Yabusele. Two points. That one goes. Detroit leading by 7. And LeVert, here we go. It's stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Clarkson.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Brunson against LeVert. Pass to Reed. Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pistons lead by 9.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
No good from Yabusele. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy happy to be a part of it. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, you're right. Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. Here's Clarkson. Karis LeVert making his last shot.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Harris outside. For the three. The rebound by Yabusele. To the inside. Here's Hakordi. Can't connect from short range. Detroit leading by 9. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
Making the defense look hopeless. Brunson so clever with his ball handling.
Jones with it. Pass to Reed. Hands the shot with nobody near him. And the Pistons lead by 9. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. There's the pick. And he drives in. Brunson slicing through.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Harris from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
And Brunson, here we go. The Knicks have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And he makes the first.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
And here's LeVert. Reed a screen on Brunson. Good as it goes. And so it's Detroit holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this.
That's right, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
We got to hear everyone right now. So get loud.
Pistons leading by 8. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got OG Anunoby. Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at the 1 spot. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Duran, no good. Knicks trail by 8. Here's Hart. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal
Way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
They're looking to attack and transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Pistons leading by 8. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. From deep three-point land, great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the those second chance buckets always the result of that extra effort.
Bridges attacking. Oh, man!
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Now, here's Cunningham. Robinson with the block. Anunoby kicks to Towns. Into the lane, and Towns throws it down.
Is so fluid with the ball in his hands. Towns capable of driving right around.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Stewart against Anunoby. Stewart down low. Layup no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 6-point game. Outside Anunoby. Robinson a screen on Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Duran pulls it down. Pistons leading by 6. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's Robinson. Big time move inside.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
2 minutes remaining.
Strong move off the glass.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Towns a screen on Thompson. Towns outside. No good from 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
It's Thompson off the drive.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
That one blocked.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Cunningham outside. Duran. The shot is off.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Thompson. Now Robinson. It's stolen by Cunningham. Thompson with it. Bridges. Oh, what a slam!
Clean that up!
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Towns outside. Here's Hart. Towns outside. Just 5 to shoot. That shot no good. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Thompson fires. Oh, not a pretty one there. Yeah.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
Stolen by Thompson. And so the Pistons take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
And it feels like one-way traffic, Doris. Could this be a trap game?
It sort of has that feeling, BA. A big underdog going against the big-time favorite. But here's why we play the game. Any given night in this league, anything can happen.
Now, New York starting 5. We've got Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Hart in at the 2. Bridges against Miller. Bridges misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
And the basket by Bridges.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Miller, the pass to Ball. Miller outside, from outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Now here's Plumlee. For 3, Bridges. He buries it from 3. Bridges has got 5.
Miles Bridges getting more and more audacious from the three-point line. We see you, sir.
Bridges. Ball with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. Looking to end the run, and it's Bridges laying it in. Bridges has got his second basket on the night.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Here's Miller with the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, my goodness. The flare and the explosion on that finish by Brandon Miller. Look out below.
Pass to Robinson. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Hart. Robinson, a screen on Miller. Here's Hart, and Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Plumlee passes to Ball. A minute 42 left to play in the first. And a miss there on the triple. Knicks trail by 6. One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Uses the glass on the layup.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Bridges passes to Ball. Back to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Green against Anunoby. Fires for 3. The rebound by Bridges. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Ball with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Bridges against Robinson. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. .11 seconds left in the first. Down low. And stolen by Green. He got it up. And that's not going to go. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Hornets leading by 4. After the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Grant, a wrist injury, hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
What's striking about Karl Anthony Towns is his resiliency. He'll bounce back from challenges. He's got a very impressive positive attitude.
Miller, and it's New York with a rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Towns looking for an opening. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Miller against Bridges. Screen by Bridges. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Stolen by Miller. Ball against Bridges. Ball outside. Ball with no fear. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
What a nice-looking drive with LaMelo. Such a hard contest because guy can handle and he's got size.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Springs in his shoes. Clear the deck when Miles Bridges is coming through, folks.
Bridges. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Doris, when you think about the career of Mikal Bridges, how impressive has his development been?
B.A., I certainly think he's been a better player than people expected when he came out of college. What we know about Mikal Bridges is he's cross-positional defensively. He's made a number of big-time defensive plays in his defensive career. And offensively, he's proven more than just a three-point shooter. That fadeaway jump shot game is real.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Here's Ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Bridges, a screen on Bridges. Let's go with a 3. Miller can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Robinson, a screen on Miller. Here's Bridges. Ball with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 9. It's Bridges on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Outside Anunoby. Back to Robinson. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Plumlee passes to Miller. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
down low. He's guarded by Bridges. And it's powered home by Towns.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Bridges with it. Towns covering. 5 on the clock. Bridges on the attack. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Towns in his comfort zone.
Yeah, this team is at its best when Towns is looking to establish himself on the interior.
Here's Miller. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Green. And here's Miller. He's got 7. Hart with the defensive effort.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Robinson. Miller against Bridges. Back to Robinson. Yeah, big finish by Robinson.
Oh, terrific pass right there. Your teammate just walks right into it.
Here's Miller. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Charlotte on top, up 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you look at Miles Bridges. Man, has he been playing well.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Then it's Guerschon Yabusele. And it's Tuck-Porty in at center, locking down the middle. Inside, Diabate. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. For 3, Sexton. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable. Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And there's Dinwiddie. That one's good. On the assist by Sexton. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points. Brunson drives in. Pass to Yabusele. New York working the ball around now. Here's Tuck-Porty. Williams defending. The shot by Tuck-Porty, no good. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Diabate. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, when you're in transition, the pass should lead the break, and that's exactly what was done in easy 2.
The Knicks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Brunson way outside. Diabate grabs the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
6 to shoot. Dinwiddie against Brunson. Dinwiddie gets the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Hornet lead.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Yabusele finds Brunson. Over Williams. New York again can't hit. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. 3-pointer. That one no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Back to Yabusele.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Going inside, and he banks in the layup. Yabusele's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Pass to Williams. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
You talk about strength. Grant Williams understands how to finish in the paint.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Dadier. To the paint. And stolen by Williams. Here's Knipple. Puts up a 3. Nails it from 3. Knipple's got 6.
Yeah, I got a feeling Knipple's going to hit a lot of those in his career. He's got a terrific stroke from long range.
Here's Brunson outside, and the rebound goes to Charlotte.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And here they come. Here's Akporti. He's covered by Dinwiddie. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Now Dinwiddie. Here's Diabate. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Green in at the 3, small forward. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Oh, with the athletic finish.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Brunson on the drive. Plumlee pulls down the board.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Miller. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Boy, these are the shots you have to make. If you don't capitalize, you are letting the defense off the hook.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, my goodness. How about the vertical by Brandon Miller? He got up.
Here's Brunson. The shot won't fall. Nice D from Bridges. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And Ball gets it to go.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Bridges misses.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Here's Miller. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 19. Anunoby finds Hart. And no good. The dry spell continues. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Green for 3. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Hart. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Good chance here for Ball. Bridges. Great positioning on the putback.
That's how you take care of business. Miles Bridges protects the play, finishes strong for his group.
With the tip. Kicks it out to Anunoby.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Here's Charlotte. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. There's Ball with a 3. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 7 tonight. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hornets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for LaMelo Ball.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
Miller outside. Three-pointer, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Kicks it out, Towns.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Bridges against Miller.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Stolen by Anunoby. Now here's Towns. Pass to Bridges. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciate it.
basketball.
Here we go.
They want to win each half, each quarter, each minute, each possession. Pistons, Hornets, coming up next. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with the Sar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And it's Miller with the jam.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Now, here's Cunningham. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. That one's in, his first shot this game. But we know this should be a heated battle down low. Both teams, Clark, pride themselves on rebounding.
And we know rebounding is one of the key factors along with turnovers, field goal percentage, and free throws in terms of determining the outcome of a game. So we'll keep an eye on the rebounding battle in this one because that is the strength of both of these teams.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Pass to Knippel. Bridges sets the screen for Knippel. Five on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Such an athletic guy. Bridges just hammers it down.
Cunningham against Ball. Cunningham left side. Fires the 3. Plumlee with the rebound.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Pass to Knippel. It's stolen by Duren. Ivy with it, defended by Knippel. Duren controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Now, here's Ball. Floats one up, and that one is off. Good D by Thompson. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Ivy against Bridges. Rebound by the Pistons.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Duren a screen. Ivy passes to Duren. Plumlee with the rebound. The Hornets trail. Bridges, no one around him. And again, the Hornets missing. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Stewart passes to Thompson. No good with the layup. The Hornets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And it's Ball in the corner. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Ball is wasting no time showing off his passing skills. A really gifted distributor.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
So it's the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Pistons. 4 on the clock. Charlotte moving it around. Knippel. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Pistons leading. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Cunningham's got 8 points.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Here's Ball. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard. Bridges for three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 5.
Always looking to make an impact and capable of doing so. When Bridges sees a shot, he does not hold back. He lets it fly.
Cunningham drives in. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Knueppel with it. Ivy defending. Bridges a screen on Ivy. Here's Knueppel. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Strong work inside by Knueppel, proving he's more than just a jump shooter.
Thompson is double. Pass to Cunningham. Inside. Duran, no good. Hornets trail by 3. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Quite simply, you need to run Knueppel off his shot. He's too good with the catch and shoot.
Pass to Stewart. Thompson outside. Now Cunningham. Now Stewart shoots the 3. Diabate grabs the board. There's the lob to Bridges. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Thompson outside. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Traps in the tray. Cunningham's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
To the middle. Here's Diabate. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Stewart. Scoreless thus far. Duran sets the screen for Ivy. They grab their own miss. Shot's good by Duran. And the Pistons lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
On the wing, Miller, covered by Cunningham. And even 3-on-3 break. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Ivy's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Ball from long range. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. Duran with a screen on Ball. Out to the right wing, and stolen by Miller. And a fast break now for the Hornets. 44 seconds left in the first half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious movement ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now, here's Cunningham. 13 points in the game. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 on the clock. During the pass to Cunningham. From 15 feet away, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Diabate. Launches it. Sinks the triple. And it's 8 points for Con Knippel. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams feeling their way through this game.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Charlotte leading by a point. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Plumlee out there with Williams. Then there's Josh Green. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Sexton in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Now here's Williams. Green left side. Shot clock at 6. Sexton the pass to Plumlee. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Robinson dishes to Jones. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. It's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. Down low. Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now, here's Sexton. He has yet to score.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Harris with it. He's guarded by Williams. Reed a screen on Williams. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
Here's Sexton. They kick it out to Green. And with the trend break toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Now, here is Reed. Reed a screen on Green. 5 to shoot. Robinson, that's good. And it's a 3-point Piston lead.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Dinwiddie for 3. And it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Reed a screen on Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. No scoring in this one. Harris passes to Robinson. For 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outside Williams. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Harris looking it over. The Hornets pull it in. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Floats it up for Williams. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Sexton. The putback. Robinson pulls it in. Detroit leading by 5. Here's LeVert. And they cash in right away with a quick shot.
I find LeVert to be at his best when he's in rhythm. When he's pulling up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Green. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This one for 3. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist from Green. Dinwiddie's got himself on the board with 3 there. Reed a screen on Dinwiddie. And he dunks it down.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys, I mean, he's going to finish with power.
Pass to Plumlee. And it goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Pistons ball.
Here's Thompson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons lead by... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Hornets trail by 6. On the floor for Detroit. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Gonna pull with it. Ivy defending. 3 on the clock. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, I like the ruggedness that Bridges plays with. This guy's a load to stop and really can dig out those rebounds.
The kick out to Cunningham. For the 3. Diabate grabs the board. Charlotte shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Pass to Kneppel. It's good from long range.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Kneppel tight, or he'll knock those down.
Here's Cunningham. Rob. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. And Miller throws it down hard.
Man, what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Cunningham outside. The shot by Stewart with no one around. That one's off. Still out of sync. And it's Miller. Down it goes!
Take that rack
What a slam!
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Shot's good by Duren. The Hornets with the lead. Ball up top. He's covered by Thompson. Now Kneppel. It's stolen by Duren. Cunningham against Miller. And down it goes. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pistons?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
For three, buries the deep ball.
You watch Knipple, he has the demeanor of someone who will hit a lot of big shots over the course of his career.
Now Duran. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
1:46 left in the fourth. Bridges sets the screen for Miller. Outside Bridges. There's the three, and there's the three.
These moments are made for Miles Bridges. He wants to have the ball in his hands and make big plays at big time.
It's Cunningham with the drive. Ivy, what a response. Hitting a three of their own.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivy. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
Now, here's Ball. Puts up a three. Oh, what a finish.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
Why chance it, right? Take the duck if you've got it.
But, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
For the Pistons, all reads checked in for Duran. And Harris subbed in for Isaiah Stewart. And that one misses. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Reed a screen on Ball. Thompson outside. Going inside, it drops him.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Miller. 34 seconds left in the game. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
That's a critical basket there. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. Can't give up a three.
Reed a screen on Ball.
Oh, that is big time by a big-time player. Cunningham loves the moment.
Bridges a screen on Cunningham. Miller. Rebounded by Thompson. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Stand up and make some noise.
It falls!
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
I think this comes down to whether they want to go for three to win it or send it to overtime with a two. I think either way, it's going to happen off the inbound pass, and they need to get a good shot, 2 or 3.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is